Welcome to Live in the D Plus, everyone. It is absolutely wonderful to be with you this afternoon. You can catch us here every Tuesday at 2:30. Now, this is where Live in the D and digital meet, and we get to continue and expand on the conversations that we have on Live in the D. Now, today we've got a packed show for you. We're going to talk about passports, and we're going to check back in with our Go For It event that's happening right now. But first, the Detroit Passport Agency is opening its doors for a special Saturday event on September 27th. It's a unique opportunity for people who need passport services but can't always make it during the week. So whether you're planning international travel or just want to be prepared, this event is designed to make the process more accessible and more simple for everyone. And joining us is Tony Watkins, Customer Service Manager, U.S. Department of State, Bureau of Consular Affairs, Detroit Passport Agency. Thank you for being with us, Tony.
Hi, Tati. Thank you for having me today.
It's great to have you. So listen, we've had this, we've done an interview about this kind of event before. So let's start by talking about how successful the last one was.
Oh, so the last one was very successful, especially after my interview with you. We actually ran out of appointments. We had to make more appointments become available. So we had a nice crowd. The passports were issued in a timely manner, and we had great feedback. So we're hoping to get the same results this year.
Okay, so for those who may not be familiar, what makes this special Saturday event different from the agency's regular weekday hours?
So at the Detroit Passport Agency, we only offer expedite service every day during the week. This is the one day each year, one day we offer routine service, and we provide the Saturday service for our customers that, like you said, can't make it through the week. The kids are in school, they have to work, and they want to come to the agency to get that in-person service. So actually, you can go to the post office, which partners with us, to submit your application. However, that will require them to mail the application to our processing center. They, in turn, mail it to the passport agency. This event eliminates those two steps, as well as the time it takes to mail the application. So although we're offering routine service, you're actually getting quicker service by coming directly to the agency. So again, we only do this one day a year, and this Saturday is the day that we're doing it this year.
Yeah, I really wanted to make sure we highlighted just how special of an opportunity this is to get your passport, do the process in person, and cut out a couple of those steps, making it a more quick and efficient process for someone who wants to get their passport as soon as possible. But now let's talk about this. Who is eligible to come to this event, and what should people be prepared to bring with them when they show up to their appointment?
So all U.S. citizens are eligible to come to the event. If you need a new passport or if you need to renew your passport, children any age are eligible to come. Newly naturalized citizens are eligible to come. If you have your naturalization certificate, derivative children of naturalized citizens are eligible to come. So anybody that needs a U.S. passport is eligible to come. If you need a passport for the first time, or if your passport was issued more than 15 years ago, you would use Form DS-11. If you're renewing your passport, if it hasn't expired, if it's not damaged, if it's not lost, stolen, you could use our Form DS-82. All of the forms are available on our website at travel.state.gov. They'll also be available when you come to the event. So don't worry if you don't have the form filled out, you can fill it out here.
Yeah, and it might not be a bad idea to go online, take a look at the form, kind of familiarize yourself with it. And then that way, if you have any questions or concerns, or you're not sure how to fill something out, this event is the perfect time to get those questions answered and get that application right the first time, for sure.
Correct. And another benefit of coming directly to the agency is that we have passport specialists. They adjudicate the applications. This is what we do. We issue the passports. We don't just receive the applications. We actually adjudicate. So if there is an issue at the counter, we can identify that quickly, and perhaps, it will cut out even more time. If there's an issue with your application, or if there's an issue with your photo, we can quickly identify that and assist you quickly.
Yeah, that's really, really a special opportunity for people. Now, there are a lot of people out there who have passports. They renew them every 10 years. It's not a big deal. But for someone applying for a passport for the very first time, what does that process look like? Because there might even be a little anxiety connected to this.
So it's a very simple process. All you have to do is bring your U.S. citizenship evidence, and that can be a certified birth certificate. If you've never had a passport, we would want the original copy. And it doesn't have to be the original that was issued to you as a baby, but just a certified copy. It needs to have the stamp and seal of the issuing authority. So you need a birth certificate if you were born in the United States. Again, if you were naturalized, you would need your naturalization certificate or your certificate of citizenship. If you were a U.S. citizen born abroad, you can bring your consular report of birth abroad or your report of birth abroad to the appointment with your passport application. We would like for you to bring a passport photo. It has to be in color with a white or light background taken within the last 6 months, a 2x2 in size. Bring your photo ID with you. If you're renewing and you have a passport book, that is also considered a photo ID. And then you're going to bring your passport fees with you. So basically, that's all you need. It's a very simple process. If you bring everything you need, we'll get you in and out as quickly as possible.
No.
And if the children are coming, they have to appear in person. Okay.
No, please keep going. If the children are coming, they do need to appear in person?
Yes. If the children need passports, I should say, they have to come with you to the appointment. Two parents need to be with the children. If two parents are listed on the birth certificate, both of those parents should appear in person, or they can provide notarized consent if they cannot appear in person. So again, it's a simple process. The same thing for the kids. All we need is the parental consent.
I'm glad that you actually punctuated that, because that's something, again, that people might not be aware of. This is what you need. Either both parents need to be there, or you need the consent from whichever parent does not show up. So that's also very important. I've known of people getting very disappointed when it came time to travel for these kind of things not being sorted out beforehand. Now, you mentioned how this cuts out a few steps. Now, what kind of turnaround time should people expect when applying through your program, through this event, and especially this fall? Because we've heard a lot of things, either passports being, processed very quickly, or there being some kind of delay.
So we really don't have too many delays anymore. We're processing and issuing passports real quickly now. Routine processing time right now is 4 to 6 weeks. Expedite processing time is 2 to 3 weeks. Now, if you go, like I said, to a post office or something, you have to add additional couple of weeks for mailing. When you come to our agency, even though routine processing is 4 to 6 weeks, we've had reports of customers receiving their passports within a few weeks, and they've been very pleased about that. So again, a couple of weeks is eliminated by the mailing time, and we adjudicate basically at the counter. So we will identify any problems, which will cut out a lot of steps. So the answer is you'll get your passport quicker than you expected. I'll put it like that.
That's a good answer. That's a really good answer. So how would you say that the demand for passports have changed over the past few years? And does this say anything about travel trends?
Yes. So we Passport Services celebrated issuing our 25 millionth passport book of this year. Recently, about a month ago. So demand is great. A few years ago, we were struggling the demand was so high, we were struggling to get the passports out in a fast manner. But we hired staff and we did everything. We did system updates, upgrades, everything we needed to do to meet demand. And even though the demand is greater, we're issuing passports faster. So it's been great. And international travel is on the rise, as you probably know. People are going everywhere because we're close to the Canadian border. We get a lot of people that just want to go to Canada, relax, or go to a concert or whatever. So demand is always great. And we have been able to meet the demand.
Yeah, certainly for us here in Detroit, it's almost like Windsor is one of our suburbs that's right by the city. So you want to pop over there for lunch, or maybe get your hair done like I've done before. So you want to be able to have that flexibility to come back and forth. But let's talk about this. Why is it important for U.S. citizens to have a valid passport, even if they don't have immediate plans to travel?
So it's very important to have a U.S. passport, either a passport book or a passport card if you're not traveling, if you're not flying internationally. A U.S. passport book and card both are proof of your U.S. citizenship. And you could be in any situation that you need to prove that you're actually a U.S. citizen. They're also Real ID compliant. So if you need to fly domestically, now you know that your ID has to be Real ID compliant. So your passport book and passport card are both Real ID compliant. You can keep your passport card in your wallet and fly domestically with that. You don't have to always carry around your passport book if you don't have a Real ID driver's license or state ID. Just pull out your passport card. So it's very important for U.S. citizens, again, to have it as proof of citizenship. ID is acceptable government ID and it's Real ID compliant.
That's great to know. And if you could just touch on the passport card really quickly, because often people think
Sure.
about just the passport book. When I renewed, I had the option to get both, so I got both.
Yes. So the passport card is the same size as a credit card. Like I said, it fits in your wallet. It's proof of your U.S. citizenship. And although your driver's license, is Real ID compliant, you can go across the border with your enhanced ID. The passport card, the validity is the same as your passport book. So the validity of a passport card for an adult is also 10 years. And for a child, that you can also get a passport card for your kids. The validity is 5 years for your kids. So it's very good to have a passport card. I always get it, put it in my wallet. And if you get the card at the same time you get the book, there's some fees that you don't have to pay because you pay the fees for the book and the card at the same time. So it's good to always include that passport card when you apply for a passport book. Keep it in your wallet. When you go overseas, you can lock your passport book in the safe and just carry around your passport card. Again, it's your citizenship evidence. If something happens to your passport book while you're traveling, you can replace the book by showing the passport card. So it's a good tool to have.
Yeah, definitely want to make sure you get the card as well if possible. Now, I'm going to switch gears a little bit, but talk to us about the STEP program that's available to U.S. citizens
Sure.
when traveling out of the country. So this is important information that most people might not be familiar with. So you get the passport, you book the flight, and then how do you implement this program into your travel plans?
So the STEP is a very good program we have. It stands for Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. And anybody can go online and to our website at travel.state.gov and enroll in the program. So it's great to have if you're traveling overseas. It actually gives you information about the country you're traveling to. It gives you locations of U.S. embassies and consulate offices if something happened. You can sign up and they'll send you information about emergencies, about when you're in a certain country and an emergency occurs. They'll send you things that you can do and so much more. So it's a good program to enroll in. Also, you can find travel advisories, just the different levels of concern for different countries that you may be going to. So it's a good program to enroll in.
Yeah, and stay connected with the U.S. government even while you're
Yes.
abroad and make sure
Yes.
that connection is still there. So really
Yes.
quickly, because we're almost out of time, would you say having a passport opens up opportunities for education, work, or cultural experiences abroad?
So a passport is your ticket to the world, we like to say, because once you have a U.S. passport, you can basically travel anywhere in the world. And most places that you go, you basically you won't have any trouble using your U.S. passport. We get a lot of passport requests, again, for work, and we get a lot of last minute requests for someone that has a last minute emergency assignment for their jobs, or for sometimes we get parents that their child is overseas and there's a medical emergency or vice versa, and they have to get over there to them. We get all kind of last minute emergency requests. So just having that passport in advance, it saves all of that worry and hassle of trying to rush and get a last minute passport when you need it for work, for travel, for emergencies, for whatever you need it for. It's a great thing to have and be prepared in advance.
Yes, most definitely. Now, what message do you hope that people take away about the value of travel and being prepared with the passport through this event? How do you hope to encourage people?
So I hope that you all will come to our event. If you've been wanting to get a passport, this is the perfect opportunity. And all the dreams and your bucket list items that you've had to visit these places, the passport is the first step in doing that and fulfilling your dreams and your bucket list items. So come visit us, get your passport, and just have a great time at our passport event.
Yes, definitely. It's a time to get educated, get things taken care of and squared away really quickly. I feel like you get the passport and who knows, the travel experiences might just start to
Yeah,
present themselves.
absolutely,
Right.
absolutely.
So, Tony, please give everyone
So,
the details of the event one more time.
so the event is at the Detroit Passport Agency. We're located at 477 Michigan Avenue in the McNamara Building. You do need an appointment, and you can schedule an appointment by calling our National Passport Information Center at 1-877-487-2778. Again, call to get that appointment, and you'll be all set. We're located downtown McNamara Building, third floor.
Awesome. Tony, thank you so much for joining us for Live in the D+.
Thank you for having me, Tati.
Of course, we appreciate you.